I'm Calum. I studied environmental science and then found I really enjoyed ecology, so went on to do a master's in ecological management and then did some volunteering with the RSPB, and then I ended up at Thomson for this season.
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm an assistant ecologist for Thomson. I've been with the company for 18 months now. Prior to that, I'd studied my undergrad in zoology at the University of Hull, followed by a master's in environmental management, and did a brief period working as a GIS consultant for science.
I'm Sofia. I'm an assistant ecologist with Thomson for the Leeds team. I studied molecular genetics at the University of Edinburgh, and last year I did a bat season with a different consultancy alongside working in a cafe as well. I'm Jade, an assistant ecologist with Thomson at the Leeds office. I've been with Thomson about 9 months. I studied zoology at the University of Liverpool and did a master's in biodiversity conservation in Nottingham. And before this year I did a survey season with a different consultancy doing bat and GCN surveys.
Hi, my name's Will. I started with Thomson in 2020, and beforehand I was working as a volunteer at National Trust and the Conservation Volunteers doing outdoor education and groundskeeping work.
Hi, I'm Beth. I've been working for Thomson since 2019, first as a field surveyor and then coming back as an FTC, and now I'm a permanent member of staff here.
My first week at Thomson was online training, learning about the theory of the job and how it was going to work. Then the second week on site, I got to meet all my new colleagues and learned about how to do the bat analysis, how to do the dusk dawn surveys, and yeah, I had a load of fun learning how the job works.
In my first week of Thomson, we had a week of online training where we covered company policy and procedure and completed roller training to get our CSCS cards ready to go on site. We also covered survey techniques for a range of protected species, as well as how to use software to analyse the data.
So my first season with Thomson consisted of me working on a large infrastructure project, carrying out dusk dawn surveys throughout the summer months last year. This would consist of us travelling to site on a Monday, meeting up with our survey team for the week, planning our surveys and scoping out the sites. We then conduct our dusk dawns throughout the week. This would include backhaul analysis as well as all of the performer filling out. And then on Fridays we would travel home and then have an end of week meeting to discuss all of the work that we carried out.
During my first season with Thomson, I've been primarily in the field doing bat dusk dawn surveys. A typical day, we would wake up early in the morning to do the dawn survey first, and that lasts about 2.5 hours, and then we'll drive back to the hotel, get a big hearty breakfast, and then go to sleep. After waking up, we might be doing some backhaul analysis, scoping out the trees or buildings which we might be surveying later in the week, or we might just be socialising with the team. In the evening, the team tend to go for dinner in the local restaurant and socialise, and then we'll go to a dusk survey that evening and then crawl back into bed again.
The thing I enjoy most about this job is all the field work. You get to work outside loads and you get to travel the country.
One of the most enjoyable aspects of the job is getting to see things that you wouldn't normally get to see whilst out on survey, like bats emerging from roosts and badgers roaming around, things like that.
The best aspect of the job for me has been the beautiful sunrises I've seen on the dawn surveys. It's just amazing sitting in the field and watching the sun slowly rise around you and the birds waking up, and just nature in general is waking up to start the day. The social aspect of the job has been really good as well. Because for me, I moved to Leeds for the job and I didn't know anyone else here, so it's been a really good way to get to know people and to try new stuff. We did the Yorkshire Three Peaks hike during the summer. We had a summer party in Guildford where all the alcohol was provided for us, so it was good to see a different side of a few of my colleagues that you wouldn't normally see. We had a Halloween fancy dress bowling party with some good costumes. And then even during the survey season, when you're on the bat surveys, we'd have time off during the day normally. We went rock climbing, we played frisbee golf, we went swimming, we played board games, stuff like that. You have a lot of opportunity to do fun stuff with your colleagues.
Some of the highs of working for an ecological consultancy are always being outside and on site, travelling around the country, doing a wide variety of different surveys, and also at Thomson we had a lot of new assistant ecologists that all started at the same time from all the regional offices, so we're all out on site together in the same boat and can help each other out. And also then when we work with senior members of staff, we learn lots from being with them.
The most challenging aspect of the job for me was adjusting to the new work schedule. So waking up in the middle of the night to go out and do a bat survey for the first couple of weeks was tough. But eventually I got used to it, and then I kind of got to appreciate seeing the world in a different time of the day when I'd normally be asleep.
The most difficult part about the job is definitely the unsociable work hours. You do eventually get used to it, and when you do, you get to spend more time with your great teammates.
You may be expected to be working away from home week after week and working in all weather conditions. It is also quite an unsociable job with the hours, but it's made better by having a sociable team during the daytime.
If you want to get into ecology, doing a season as an FTC with Thomson is definitely a good way to go. You get so much of survey experience and a really good insight into how consultancy works.
If you're a new recruit starting with Thomson, I would recommend just throwing yourself into it. Get to know all the people you're working with. They're all going to be very interesting. Volunteer for different work that's offered. Try new stuff. And yeah, just really immerse yourself in it and try and get the most out of the opportunity as you can.
My advice to anyone starting at Thomson would just be to get as involved as possible as you can, but also to take some time to yourself during your spare time.
I would also say to new starters not to worry and stress about knowing absolutely everything at the beginning, because you will learn lots on the job and everybody's in the same position when they first start out.
Advice I give to new ecologists starting out in this career would to buy yourself a comfy camp chair and get yourself a flask. You're going to need both of them and you're going to use them a lot.
I'm really excited for my future career with Thomson. I've got some really interesting training modules lined up for this winter, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the busy survey season next summer as well, and hopefully more seasons beyond that.
My career aspirations with Thomson are to progress to a senior level, gain my protected species licences for bats and GCN. Thomson will help me do this through their support and internal training programmes, including project management as well as species-specific training.
So, progressing my career, I've picked the bat pathway through Thomson. I'm looking to gain my level 1 natural England licence for bats and to undergo my training to get my tree climbing qualifications to be able to carry out the inspections of trees for future surveys.
I can definitely see myself progressing through Thomson in 2022, gaining a few licences and managing a few projects of my own.